Good morning, YouTube and big shavers. Paul here. Glad to see you. Today I'm going to be doing a shave with some products that Zachary from the Big Shave sent me. He sent me some samples of the Coats Limited Edition Shave Cream, and there it is. This cream is fairly thick. It's not creamy like a Taylor of Old Bond Street. It's more along the lines of a soft soap. Almost, I would say, the consistency of like a Razorock cacao or something like that. More of a crope, I guess you would say. Today I'm going to be using my Semogue 830 brush. There it is. This is a new brush. I just got this brush. So when I was looking for my first bore brush, it came down to this brush and the 620. And I decided on the 620 because of the shorter loft. I wanted a little bit more rigidity. And there was some questions that were raised whether this brush over time became a little bit floppy. I just got the brush. It has a good rigidity to it right now. It's soft and pretty much as soft as the 620. The loft is a little bit longer. The 620 is getting nice and broken in, and it's bloomed nicely. This one has only been used 2 or 3 times, so it's not quite broken in. But I would say they're equivalent. Their softness is pretty much equivalent. This one has the premium 90% tops bristles, and this is the extra 75% tops bristles. Supposedly this one takes longer to break in, but with all my Semogues, this one seems like it's taken the least amount of time to break in. This thing was soft from the get-go and broke in pretty quickly. I also have the 610, which is very similar to the 620, except it's got undyed bristles, and this has got the best 90% tops bristles. And this one's been getting used fairly frequently, and it still hasn't bloomed out quite that much. And it seems like these the higher quality boar bristles, in my opinion, seem like they are taking longer to break in, but they're still pretty darn soft from the get-go. So today I wanted to go ahead and show you the 820. It's very similar. The handle's a little bit different. Instead of I don't know if you can see the handle on this one is kind of got indentations on like 4 sides, and this one is kind of round on the bottom, and then it's got indentations all around. So it's slightly different, but it's still the clear acrylic handle. So there it is, Semogue 820. So far I've been real happy with the brush. It's real nice. So I'm going to be using my Progress, Merkur Progress. This is the long-handled Progress. I have it set on 3. I don't know if you can see that or not. Probably not, but it's set on 3. And I have a feather blade in there today. I'm going to go ahead and give the feather a try. Again, I haven't used a feather in a while. I've always liked the feathers. I've just been trying a bunch of different blades, and so I haven't used one of these in a while, so I'm anxious to give it a try. And then I've already made up my lather, and I'll just say that the Coats cream makes really lathered fantastic. It's made a really fantastic rich lather. So there it is, and there's the lather on the brush. I've also applied as a pre-shave some Hydrolast cutting balm that Zachary sent me. I've been using this. So far my impressions with it are that it seems like it tends to dry out the lather a little bit, which I don't really understand, because I think the whole concept between the Hydrolast products is they're supposed to help incorporate water into the lather, but maybe because I'm not using their soaps and things like that it's causing this. But I know Zachary has had the same experience. So anyways, I'm going to make sure I wet my face real good before I apply the lather, and we'll see what happens today. So here we go. So the 820 is like the 820, like the 620 is really soft, coming right out of the box. It's real nice, comfortable brush. It's got good backbone and good rigidity to it. So maybe a little bit dry. Add a little water to it here. Okay, so we'll give this a whirl. Merkur Progress, set on 3 with the feather blade. So, I think on my last shave I used the Merkur Future, and for me, I like the Progress better. Just seems to be a little bit better balanced. I do have the long handle one, which is okay. I probably would prefer the short handle one if push comes to shove, but I didn't get that one. So, but I do like this one. And on the first pass, nice and smooth. But again, I feel like the cutting balm has kind of dried out the lather a little bit, or dried out my face. I'm not sure which. It just doesn't seem as slippery or as smooth as one would expect. So here we go on pass number 2. So this Coats Limited Edition is supposed to have a jasmine and tea tree. I know reading some of the comments about the cream, some people had some sensitivity to it, said that they felt like it was causing some skin irritation from the tea tree. I'm not really getting that sensation at all. So here we go, pass number 2. I don't have any irritation from the tea tree in this. I don't really get a strong I'm not getting a strong tea tree fragrance off it. The scent is quite mild. But it's very pleasant. And it really lathered up great. I think the only thing I would do differently with this in the lathering process would be to kind of let the little pieces of soap that I stuck in my scuttle kind of soak in a little bit of water to soften them up, because it is a pretty firm cream. So I think if I actually had the tub of this stuff, I would probably load my brush on top of the tub, and then lather what I had loaded on my brush into the bowl. Because I've noticed here some of the little chunk of the cream that I put in there is still not been completely. I can still see it kind of floating around in my bowl, but the stuff really it lathered up really quickly, which and it really created kind of a nice dense thick lather, which is always a little bit of a challenge with soaps and creams for me, due to the fact that I have exceedingly hard water here where I live, and so. So this is a cross grain pass number 2. Looks like I got a little weeper right there on my Adam's apple. If I'm gonna get one, that's usually the spot I'm gonna get it. So just apply a little styptic to it and call it good. All right. So this is the last pass against the grain with the feather. The feather is pretty smooth and sharp, obviously. I've got quite a bit of lather left here in the bowl, so there you can see there's a little piece of cream that still didn't get totally mushed down and incorporated. So I definitely would probably soak that and try and soften that thing up a little bit before I apply the brush to it next time. But I think if you actually had the tub, you could just load from the tub and that would be perfect. But for these little sample containers, that's really not possible. So. I think, as I've stated before in my other videos, as far as my adjustable razors go, I usually just set them and forget them. I'm not a I don't tend to adjust them mid-shave. I'll just usually mess with them, shave with them until I find a setting I like, and then just kind of leave it on that setting. So. And then if I feel like I need, you know, a little more it to be a little more aggressive or a little less aggressive, depending on my needs for that day. I can adjust it up or down, you know, one or two ticks, just depending on what my needs are for that day. Okay, give it a little rinse. So I'm going to use the cutting balm for my touch-ups. A little bit right there. A little bit over here. Okay, so I have been using this for my touch-ups or polishing pass or oil pass, whatever you want to call it, and it seems to work pretty good. My only gripe with the shave oils is that you do get like a residue on the blade, and you got to take the blade out and clean that off the razor. So, you know, I can see how if you were using the Shave Secret oil as a replacement for your shaving cream or soap, and you had pretty thick stubble, how that would create a problem, because you get this kind of thick residue on the blade, which I think would be kind of prone to clogging the blade. So there's the blade, and you can see that residue right there. So I just usually wash that off with some hot water. Well, probably as time goes on, I'm going to get tired of messing around with that, and I'll just use the excess shaving cream that I have left over for that, for the touch-ups, and not mess around with the oil. The other thing is the oil is, I feel like, you know, my hands are oily after I apply that, and then I got to wash them, which I, you know, guess I'm too lazy to do that. But anyway, so that's a Hydrolast cutting balm. It does work good for the polishing pass. I'm not super thrilled with it as a pre-shave oil. I do think it kind of dries out the lather. That's my experience with. That's my opinion of it. It smells good. Kind of a citrus and sage, and you know, you also get kind of an olive oil sort of scent out of it. But not a bad product. Is it better than the Shave Secret for $4? They're pretty similar. This is about $8-9 an ounce. The Shave Secret's about $4 an ounce. So if you want to try something like this, I would just try the Shave Secret. I don't know that this is really that superior to it. So anyways, that's my opinion for what it's worth. Probably not much, but so I'm going to go ahead today and use the Pitralon Aftershave that Zachary sent me. I used this the other day. I am not sure what this smells like. It's supposed to smell like jasmine or juniper and menthol. I don't get a whole lot of menthol out of it. And I'm not really super psyched about the smell of this stuff. To me, it actually, unfortunately, smells a little bit like nail polish remover. And it does give you quite a burn on your face. But after it sits for a while, it's not real drying, so it actually is a little bit moisturizing, kind of like the Musco Real is. And I know the product's been around for a long time. It's a classic, so it may just be me. You know, scents are kind of an individual thing. So anyways, I think it makes your face feel great, but I'm not real sold on the scent of this for me. So anyways, thanks Zachary for sending me that stuff. I've really enjoyed using it and working with it, and I'm anxious to continue to try that Coats cream. It seems to work really good. It's definitely stuff lathers really well. So today, for my moisturizer, I'm going to use the Razorock Aftershave Wax. I really like this product. This stuff, it does have kind of a strong smell to it. I think, to me, it smells like pine needles, but and some people might not like that. It doesn't stick with you super long, but it really is a nice moisturizing aftershave balm. It's not super duper thick, and a little goes a long way. Spreads nicely and gives a nice moisturizing to the skin and nice conditioning to the skin. So that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed that. In summary, use a Semogue 830 brush, Coats Limited Edition cream, the Merkur Progress set on 3 with a feather blade, and the Pitralon Aftershave, and the Razorock Aftershave Wax. So have a good weekend, guys, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.